It's Week 17 of the NFL, and we'll be watching the Falcons' athletic corner. He's now up to a 60-tackle season following his last performance. It's the Falcons and the Bears.
The final two-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the pride of Wyoming in his sixth season with one of the league's strongest arms, Josh Allen.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw complete there to Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To the air, Allen goes right back to Smith again. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Allen. This little short throw to Witten, so just 3 yards on the completion there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Sayers. And he will have it 1st down here at about the 40. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. Now a give, it's Sayers between the tackles. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 53 yards.
And while they locked up the #1 seed last week, I don't expect them to change what they do in the running game. I expect them to continue to play the exact same way, but with a change up in personnel because they want to make sure that their #1 guy has fresh legs for the playoffs.
Oh, he's got him wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try a toss here with Sayers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Bringing them out is the 12th-year pro seeking a return to Pro Bowl form, Russell Wilson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And this will be a Falcons 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
The numbers for Sanders last week: 15 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Falcons at 13-2 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This defense for the Bears, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the second quarter now, and we've only had 1 drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
And it is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Allen now on the option right. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Allen's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he's got it. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Allen now looks to throw. And it's caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defense.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. McPherson's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. This is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. This offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's 1 catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. To throw, it's Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He finds Wilson, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now Allen again. On the out route, he's got Burks. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now Allen. versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Now they'll empty out the backfield. Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. Now Wilson on second down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that point from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On second down, here's Wilson. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. There's Wilson to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Tucker's kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Robert Quinn is the one who burst in there to blow that play up. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Complete. Smith has it. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good old scheme going.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the... The second half, that's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw there taken in by Smith. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Up the middle, they run with Gale Sayers. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They run the option on 2nd down. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. There he goes left side. Down to the 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Allen running the option to the left. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Tucker now to add the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And Wilson with it, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Allen's throw is complete. There's the stiff arm, and down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, the drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Allen's throw complete there to Smith. The offense on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Allen will try to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons extend their fourth-quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 12. Just under 2 minutes to go. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Throwing, Allen. That's caught by Wilson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Here's Allen.
At the 29-yard line.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now the ball comes loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No.
It got his man complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
To throw is Allen. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit